Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very late CobraCast to IRL. I am your host, D-Day Cobra, and no intro tonight. This is gonna be like an hour-long show. So I apologize. I'm on the West Coast right now. I am in Las Vegas. We're getting ready for the Vegas meetup on Wednesday for Friday Night Tights, Geeks and Gamers. And so my whole time zone is jacked up. So I don't know anything about what's going on with time zones right now. I recognize it's probably like 2 a.m. on the East Coast right now. And I have to be back up in the morning for Geeks and Gamers Daily. And Ryan is going to be traveling to Las Vegas tomorrow. So it's going to be me hosting the show and running the show. I will be joined by a couple of the members of the Geeks and Gamers team. So that's going to be awesome. But I promised you, all of you, I was going to do a CobraCast. And I am not here to let you down. I will never let you down if I can at all help it. I remember there was one time a few weeks ago, I got so busy and I forgot it was Wednesday and I never did a CobraCast. And so earlier today, we did an emergency CobraCast when Tucker Carlson was fired. And I said to you guys, I'm doing another CobraCast tonight. Well, I don't care about sleep. I care about you. So that's why we're here doing this. So we're going to keep this about an hour, okay? But there's a lot to talk about. And there's also a lot I don't know because I've been very busy today. So I don't have all the details about what happened with Tucker Carlson. But from what I understand, it has been confirmed that he was fired from Fox News. Fired. Tucker Carlson fired. The number one man in the entire business has been fired. And that is kind of what I want to focus in on today. Star Wars, Fox News is as dead as Star Wars. That is 100% accurate right there. So I see we had Dragon Lord for $199. It says $199. We got Joe C. Pure Blood says today Tucker and Dan Bongino gone from Fox. Lemon gone from CNN. Susan Rice resigns from the Biden administration. Something big is coming. Rise up, Snake Pit. Thank you. Appreciate that, Joe. And then Drew Barr has a member message for 2 months. Doesn't say nothing. Member of the Snake Pit. Listen, you're right about that, Joe. There's I made this tweet and I kind of stand by this tweet. Let me see if I can pull this thing up really quick because this is kind of where I feel everything is right now. And let me enhance this one because this is the lesson. This is the lesson we take away from what has happened with Tucker Carlson. Now, full transparency. I'm not an avid watcher of Tucker Carlson. When he has a guest on that I find interesting, obviously I will check it out. I like Tucker. I think he's very based. I think he's very good for what he is. I'm just saying I wasn't an avid watcher of the man. I don't watch any mainstream media at all. He was definitely the best for sure, easily the best. But I didn't watch him consistently. But he's the number one guy in the fucking industry. And they fired him 10 minutes before the announcement was out, from what I understand. So this is what I tweeted out right here. And this is going to be the lesson that I think we have to take away from this. And as I said right here, if you have any talent whatsoever, being part of any corporate company is a mistake. Corporate media is dead forever. Go independent, find your audience, respect them, and they will support you. That's the future. That is the bottom line right there. That is the future. If you go independent, find your audience, they will support you. I'm living proof of that. If you find an audience, if you treat them right, if you treat them with respect, if you don't talk down to them, you can give your opinions. Sometimes your audience may not love your opinions, and sometimes they might love them. But the bottom line is, as long as you're being authentic with them, they will support you. That is the bottom line. And right now, Tucker Carlson is the number one person in the entire industry. And he was fired. For what? For nothing. For being right. For being the best. And for being way too close to home. But the worst part of all of this, is that somebody like AOC has responded. And I'm just going to prepare all of you. This is going to be one of the most cringe things you have seen. If you have not heard from AOC on this topic, it's disgusting. but it's gonna make you really, really, really angry. But this is what we're dealing with right here. So here is AOC's response to Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. What I will say, though, is while I'm very glad that the person that was arguably responsible for some of the largest, driving some of the most amounts of death threats and violent threats, not just to my office, but to plenty of people across the country. I also kind of feel like I'm like waiting for the cutscene at the end of a Marvel movie after all the credits have rolled. And then you see like the villain's like hand reemerge out to grip over like the end of a building or something. But deplatforming works, and it is important. And there you go. Good things can happen.
There's just it pisses me off so much to hear her spew her nonsense. But what did we expect when we stood by and allowed Alex Jones to be mass deplatformed? What did we expect when we stood by and let Andrew Tate be mass deplatformed? What did we expect when we stood by and allowed Andrew Tate to be arrested? No, that was a Romanian issue and all of that. But it's again, the reason I even knew who Andrew Tate was because social media mass deplatformed him, mass banned him. They took a sitting president of the United States of America off of social media. That's what they did. They took a sitting president off of social media. Now, in a perfect world, the world I want to live in is a world where Tucker Carlson has his voice, and I'm not making this connection to be comparative, but it's just the fact that both of these men were fired from their respective positions. I want to live in a world where Tucker Carlson has the right to say whatever he wants on his platform, and I want to live in a world where Don Lemon has whatever the right to say whatever opinion he wants. Now, I think Don Lemon is a disingenuous piece of trash. I think Don Lemon is a terrible person. I think Don Lemon lies all the time. That's not the point. Let the market determine the market. Don Lemon was not fired because he's bad at what he does or because of bad ratings. From what I understand, he was banned over sexism against Nikki Haley. And again, I think that's funny. Okay. I think that's hilarious because you live by the woke, you die by the woke. What I'm saying is, I don't want to live in a world where any of the wokeness is there. If Don Lemon wants to spew his nonsense, I mean, if he has an employer and the ratings determine it, let the man speak. Let the man say whatever he wants. If he pulls numbers, if he pulls ratings. Now, Don Lemon can't pull ratings. No one watches him. But my point being is that I want to live in a world where everybody's voice is, equal in terms of giving them the opportunity to say what they want. And then we give the people are allowed to support who they want to support. So I don't think anyone should be silenced, whether that be Don Lemon, Tucker Carlson, Donald Trump, Andrew Tate, Alex Jones, the Young Turks, whoever. Like, I don't think anyone should be silenced. I think everyone's voice should be heard. And then you allow the people to make up whatever, come to any conclusion that they want based on their own individuality. But that's not the world we live in. We live in a world where everybody has to be protected. Everybody that the powers that be have determined needs to be protected. And I'm telling you right now, this Tucker Carlson situation, I don't know what's going to happen. Do we know what he's going to do? No. Swig of water for the working man. But, I mean, I know that the idea has been floated out there a lot that Tucker, maybe he's Trump's running mate. I don't think that's going to happen. But, hey, would I be against it? Absolutely not. I would 100% be for that. I just don't think that's realistic. We'll see. But does anyone actually think that's realistic? Like, yes, it's cool to think about, and the idea of it would be cool. Do we think that would actually happen? I don't. But at the end of the day, who knows? This right here is going to light a match under Tucker Carlson. Essentially, what Tucker Carlson would the most realistic path for Tucker is to basically create his own Joe Rogan experience. That's what you do. And you become more powerful than he ever was before, even. And so Fox News is in big trouble. This whole Dominion lawsuit, a lot of people speculating that that has something to do with it, which is very possible. I can't speak to that. I don't know, but that's very possible. Yeah, I mean, Trump and Lake is still kind of one of the front running VP picks for him for sure. You know, I guess you guys saw Ron DeSantis' little meltdown today, and we can play that again if we get time. We've got Demi Moore's tapeworm. Hello from below, popping my head out to say, let's see. Did you ever look into the Mark Hamill on the Yahtzee flag over Ukraine? Looking forward to this 199. I did look into that. I saw Mark Hamill actually got ratioed over it. And it's such a funny story because Mark Hamill has no idea what he's talking about. And he hasn't had any idea what he's talking about for a long ass time. That is who Mark Hamill is. He's just dumb. He's an ignorant leftist that follows the trend. And the fact that he found himself in that position was so damn funny. So I did look into that after you guys told me. Digital Demonic Davros says, well, here I am, and the world is doomed for free speech is no longer valuable. It is a commodity, but only to serve the powers that be. Sad, but true. Demi Moore's tapeworm. I literally just got off work, busy in the depths of Demi. I need this CobraCast. You haven't seen the things I've seen. Hamill, the 199 forever. And then say, Hamill, what the fuck? No, hail. So you meant hail the 199 forever. Thank you, Demi Moore's tapeworm. Alexander says, have you seen the Fishbowl reality show? I have not. I am not familiar with that. So Lost Tales, I see you in the chat. I know you guys got some Discord stuff. I am not signed into my Discord. I know I could just log into it, but I'm not logged into my Discord on this. We're not going to, tonight, we're probably not going to have time for a beard of shame or anything like that. Cause like I said, I am very, very like pressed for time at the moment. And, so I promised you guys I was going to live for a CobraCast, and we're here, and we're going to try to keep this one about an hour. And for the next week, I'm going to be here in Vegas, so my schedule is going to be kind of crazy, but we had a fantastic live stream today on Geeks and Gamers. We had so much fun. We got to meet Hayden Wayne. That's right. Hayden for 50. That Hayden. We met Hayden, and it was awesome. He found us. He tracked us down while we were doing the live stream. He told us, he's like, I'm coming to find you guys. We just landed. And we got to meet Hayden, and it was the coolest thing. So that was super, super cool, man. I look tired. I am tired. I'm extremely tired. But CobraCast, the show must go on. The 199 has to be represented. And I appreciate you guys being here at this very late hour. I am on the West Coast right now. And I know on the East Coast, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, probably. So my apologies for being so late. And then I got to get up and do Geeks and Gamers Daily in the morning. Mr. Blake says top sponsor of this show, and we love him talking about Hayden Wayne. It was really cool, though. Isn't it like 3:30 Jeremy time? It is. So if it's, yeah, so it's close. It's 2:40 Eastern right now. 2:40 Eastern. Hunter says, what is the 199? Oh, the 199, that represents the Geeks and Gamers community. It also represents the Snake Pit, which is our chat. The 199, the online original. That's who we are, the 199. Basically, it was a meme. It's basically somebody tried to shit talk us. They made a typo, and we basically just took it from him and made it our, calling card. And it's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. The 199 representing the Snake Pit. Let me see. Look at this. There's another clip here that I got to show you guys. Oh my God, man. Like, this is one of those days where these clowns are not going to shut their mouths. Right here. Here's the view. I have not heard this. So I'm reacting to this for the first time. So here we go.
Word has just come down that Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. We thank you for his service to the network and host of the prior contributor. Wave. Come on, folks. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. He is responsible for the degradation that we see somewhat of our democracy in this country. And I just think as a faithful person, look at God. Look at God.
Well, and
You know?
Russian propaganda hardest hit. I mean, he's been the biggest purveyor of pro-Russian talking points. So it's a good day for the Ukrainians.
Karma doesn't lose any.
Jesus, dude. Like, what is wrong? What is wrong with these weirdos? Like, these people are insane. These people are insane. I truly have no idea what is wrong with these weirdos. Hang on. I see I fucked up the media the title of the stream, but I fixed it. Can't spell. I'm too damn tired. But I want to show these things because if you guys look back on obviously my intro, we have to remember these people, and we have to remember to laugh at them when this all backfires on them, because it all comes back to what? Support Donald Trump, because that's the only answer right now. That's the only answer right now. And as I showed in my stream earlier, when you have someone like DeSantis who can't even handle a simple fucking question before he melts down. This is what DeSantis did when he was asked, all right? He was simply asked about the polls with Trump and how he's losing ground. This is how he responded right here. This is not a man who can stand toe-to-toe with Donald Trump. This is not a man. This man cannot stand toe-to-toe with Trump.
Governor, polls show you falling behind Trump. Any thoughts on that?
Guys,
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is so bad. This is so bad.
And Trump. Any thoughts on that?
Guys,
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
Jesus Christ, it's so fucking embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. I gotta play it one more time because it's like, it's real. This really is him. This was really his response to this. This is so fucking terrible. One more time.
Governor, polls show you falling behind Trump. Any thoughts on that?
Guys,
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
Why did he do that?
I'm not a candidate, so
guys,
I'm not a.
That's bad. That's really, really bad. Again, I have to clarify. I am a fan of Ron DeSantis. He is a fantastic governor. He's done a great job in my state. All those things are true. All right. I've been to multiple DeSantis campaign rallies and events. I like Ron DeSantis. That dude cannot stand toe to toe with Donald Trump. And that's the bottom line here. And that's what's bothering me about this. That's what's bothering me is he like I played a clip from Dana White earlier. Dana White was talking about, his friendship with Donald Trump and how Trump in the beginning looked out for him. The UFC, no one would touch them. And so when Trump came in with this mega, company and mega name, he looked out for Dana White in the early stages of everything. He didn't need to take a chance on Dana White, and Dana White never forgot that. And so by that same standard, Dana White says, I'll never, ever forget that. I'll always have Trump's back. He's a genuinely good person and a good friend. That's what Dana White said. And so now Trump did the same thing for DeSantis. He took a chance on DeSantis when no one else would. He came in and basically handed him the governor of Florida with his influence and his power. And to Ron's credit, and I do think I disagree with Trump when he says that DeSantis has not done a good job in Florida. DeSantis has done a fucking phenomenal job in Florida. He just has. That's the truth. But so when Trump says that, I disagree with him massively. With that said, though, DeSantis forgot who put him where he's at. And hey, politics, people say that's how politics works. I agree with you. In a normal situation, this is not normal, and Donald Trump is not a normal politician. So the fact that DeSantis thinks that he can go toe-to-toe with Trump, and again, when you have people which are reportedly advising him like Karl Rove and George W. Bush and, Jeb Bush and Paul Ryan, when you have people like that involved, massive red flags, swig of water for the working man. So I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all. Let's see. Let me catch up on a couple of these super chats, and thank you guys for being here. Brahma Bull says Tucker will rise from this more powerful than the left can imagine. He will go solo and make as much as Rogan, if not more. He has 3.5 million ready. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be good for Tucker. This will be a net positive for sure. Demi Wars Tapeworm. Jeremy, why don't you drink? I respect your decision. I don't drink because of alcoholism that runs in my family. I did it a lot in my 20s. It's just an active decision, really. I mean, there's obviously, everybody has certain instances from their childhood and stuff. So it's like, has there been stuff like that in my family? Yes, but none of that really pertained to it. It's just, I don't like things that alter my state of mind. I don't want my mindset to be altered. I don't like things that put me in a situation where I can't remember or I'm not making the best decision possible. I like to always be sharp and always kind of understand what's going on. And the thought of taking something or putting something in my body that distorts my view of reality is not attractive at all. It just does not attract me at all. No hate for anybody that does it. It's just not for me. And that's just it. So let me see. Stacey S says, aren't you glad we have adults in America? How sad. Yeah, the adults are back, apparently. That's what Joe Biden said. Thank you, Stacey S. How are you doing? Stacey S has been dropping some bombs on us. Appreciate you, Stacey. She helped with the Beardo Glasses Fund. That was great. Really do appreciate it. Skywalker DFS says, The View, a Weight Watcher's dream. Yeah, I heard that. Abomination says, Soy Voice, mainstream media is dead? Don't you know mainstream media has been around since 199? Mumbles incoherently in the bag of Cheetos. Yes. Don't you know this? The mainstream media has been around since 199. Thank you, Abomination. I appreciate that. Infinity Flare says Tucker and Lemon out on the same day is no coincidence. It reeks of collusion. CNN has wanted Don out, and Tucker's firing puts focus on Fox instead. Corporate media is the uniparty. Trump 2024. I agree. Dude. So when I was today I did Geeks and Gamers Live, and during Geeks and Gamers Live, that's when the Tucker story broke. And I was like, wait, what? Tucker's gone? That makes no sense at all. Doesn't make any sense at all. And so, of course, we see that. So, of course, Geeks and Gamers Daily ends. We talked about it a little bit on Daily. And then I decided I'm doing an emergency CobraCast. So I did an emergency CobraCast. And suddenly, I start seeing Don Lemon's been fired. And I'm like, wait a minute. Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson were just fired within minutes of each other from rival networks. Something is 100% wrong with this situation right now. And the Tucker thing happened, and then the Don Lemon thing was announced. Something seemed very, very strange about that entire situation. And I don't know, man. I don't believe, I don't trust any of the mainstream outlets. I never have. It's why I said, I don't really care about Fox News. Are they better than CNN and MSNBC? I guess, but I don't watch Tucker. I don't watch any of these guys. Back in the day, I used to watch them. Swig of water for the working man. But there's something else going on there. There's something very, very shady, in my opinion, is going on there. Let's see. We've got Mr. Enigma says, sleepy Reverend Osteen, bless this stream to keep the women from flashing y'all like they did in the earlier stream. Out of curiosity, was Jay there when that happened? Must have missed his reaction. I'm pretty sure Jay was with us. Jay was with us. Yes, so Jeremy Osteen wants to bless this chat because earlier today on the Geeks Plus Gamers stream, Jeremy Osteen witnessed a female, an African-American female, pull out her breasts. Luckily, they were covered a little bit, but Jeremy Osteen was very, very offended because Jeremy Osteen only wants money. He don't want no sexual favors from the females. But Jeremy Osteen was bothered by that. So chat, if you could please bless us to cleanse us from these sins that we have been witness to. More super chats to cleanse the snake pit from all of the disgusting acts of Las Vegas. Wamen. Wamen. And again, to be clear, I am not making fun of, religion. I am not making fun of people being religious. I am making fun of Joel Osteen, who I think is a horrible person, who I think Joel Osteen is a bad person. That's what I'm making fun of. So, oh man, you guys are so funny. 720 people here at 3 a.m. Eastern. What is wrong with you guys? Thank you so much. What up, Cam, man? I see you, buddy. Let me see. Jeremy Osteen. Demi Moore's Tapeworm says, God, those women are sick. And I live in Dingleberries. She doesn't shave all the time. That's why I need this CobraCast. Well, Demi Moore's Tapeworm, I'm glad we can help you out. I hope we can help you. I hope we can help you through this very trying time. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like I said, so recap time. This is a very late CobraCast. I am extremely tired. I am on the West Coast right now. I am in Las Vegas. We have a big meetup on Wednesday for Friday Night Tights, Geeks and Gamers Nerdrotic. It's going to be awesome. You guys have already, like, the RSVPs are gone. There's no more RSVPs. We have too many people there already. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be crazy. Looking forward to meeting some of you. I got a chance to meet Hayden Wayne today, and you guys saw that. That was on the Geeks Gamers live stream earlier, so we got to meet Hayden. That was really cool. And it's just been a wild time. So I've been out and about. I'm kind of behind on a lot of the news, but I did know about the Tucker Carlson stuff, and obviously the Don Lemon stuff. I covered that earlier today. But from what I understand, has Tucker actually released a statement? I haven't seen anything. Has Tucker actually released a statement? I don't think he has. Hayden for 50. Celluloid Dream says. I'm trying to see. No, he is not, says Bull Bear. Okay. John says no. Okay, so he has not released a statement at all. Warren Smith says, D-Day Cobra, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Your streams this month have been on fire. Respect. Thank you, man. I've had a blast. I've had a blast streaming these last couple of months. And that's a testament to all of you guys. It's the energy we get. The Geeks and Gamers streams have been just on another level. And by the way, so tomorrow, Tuesday night's main event will be at the Salty Nerd Podcast Studios. And my boy, Gary from Nerdrotic will be joining us. That's right. We're going to be in studio. And I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. So it's going to be a little bit earlier than normal. So keep that in mind. I need to get all of that set up, and I will. But that hotel looks kind of budget. Bro, this ain't a hotel. This is a bedroom. This is a bedroom, okay? This is one room. Okay? This is a bedroom. That's the master bath back there. So we balling, boys. We balling, okay? So yeah. That's why I've been I told you guys. So I got a whole Airbnb for the crew. So but we got good internet here. It's in a good location, and we're able to do some IRL streams, and we are going to do those here from the Airbnb. So So yeah, between renting this out, between renting a vehicle and driving it across the country, and then the gas prices, let's just say you might find me on the fucking corner in Vegas doing some work. You know, I mean, hell, seemed like there was some good money out there. Man, I gotta pay for shit. You know what I mean? Maps go on the wall. Oh, sorry. Hang on. The first one was not tied up in Ezra Miller's house. Says first super chat. Slap Ryan Kittle for me. Much love. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Jens Anderson says, I am delivered. I am delivered. And again, thank you for that first time super chat, not tied up in Ezra Miller's house. Let me see. Maps go on the wall. Get Gary to reach out to Jimmy Dore about coming on FNT. I think it's a reach, but there's always a chance. I disagree with him on many things, but he's one of the most respectable people on the left. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, ultimately, I don't know if Jimmy Dore I don't know much about Jimmy Dore. I know he's a political guy. I don't know if that's an avenue we want to take on FNT, at least anytime soon, especially after what happened with Gavin. And it's not because I think Jimmy Dore's going to stand up and pull his dick out. It's more so like not bringing directly political guys on that we don't know, because we're trying to keep the show really nerdy and focused on entertainment and not politics. And so maybe at some point that's an option, but I think for the foreseeable future, you're going to see more of the nerd style stuff. Let me see. But thank you, Maps Go on the Wall. Analog Hermit says, I just bought Art of the Deal for the LOLs. Very interesting seeing the testimonials of all these mainstream losers praising Big Daddy Don back when he was still their pop culture darling. Check it out. Hail Cobra. Hail Pitt. Hell yes, man. Thank you, Analog Hermit. I appreciate that. Yeah, they loved Trump. They worshipped Trump back in the day. He was their hero. It was their hero. And you know, it's like now he's the worst person on the planet. It's just such nonsense. And anybody with a working brain and the slightest bit of common sense can see right through this. That is just a bottom line. Let me see. Hail D-Day. Hail right back to you, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If I seem tired, I am tired. If I seem kind of out of it, I am kind of out of it. But as I promised today, my job is to work as hard for you as I can. And I promised you guys I was going to do a stream tonight, another CobraCast, and I'm here doing it. Lisa says, hope this helps you stay off the streets, Jeremy. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. I don't really I'm not really going to. Lost Tales. Quick, guys. Jeremy needs super chats to get more energy. Give super chats. No, I'm all good. I mean, I'll take them. But I saw Hank was saying that I'm a lot of nervous drinking. I think I'm just tired. So I'm almost out of water here. So let me see. Mandy says, good morning, Jeremy. Let's high five on camera after you read this. High five right there. Boom. 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 All right. Right there. There we go. Is that good? Let me see. Chris Farcella, 3-month member message. Considering you're in West time zone, what time is Tuesday night's main event? Also, God damn it, it's 3 a.m. for me, and you're live. Yes. So Tuesday night's main event is going to happen, I believe, at, God damn it. I wish Ryan was awake so I could ask him. So I Salty Nerd Podcast, I believe we're setting this up to do this around 4 West Coast time. Is that right? So that would be 6, 7 Eastern. So yeah, I believe it's going to be 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 West Coast time, if I'm not mistaken. Because I Ryan's been kind of working with them and trying to get everything lined up. He'll be here tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be 4 o'clock West Coast time, which means 6 Central, which is 7 Eastern. Pretty sure. Not Salty Cracker, Salty Nerd. There's some good friends of ours. They're great guys. Not Salty Cracker, even though we love Salty Cracker in the Salty Army. Did we just get 5? Vic Whiplash just dropped 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. The 199 continues to grow. Thank you so much, Vic Whiplash. Appreciate you. That is awesome, man. Thank you so much. Bashy Washy says, what kind of hooker you going to buy for Ryan? Normal or Transformer? Ryan's a big fan of the Transformers, Bashy. What can I tell you? All right. He's a big fan of the Transformers. That's all I can say without going into too many details. Okay. So, and you probably get him at a cheaper rate too. So there's that. In all seriousness, thank you guys for the gifted memberships. It's greatly appreciated. And it helps out this channel a lot. Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier just gifts a D-Day Cobra membership as always during this stream. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So my point earlier today, and I'll share my screen one more time because I know a lot of you didn't see this in the beginning. So I was talking about this whole Tucker Carlson thing and what's happened. And my big takeaway is this right here. And it's a tweet that I made. And the tweet is right here. If you have any talent whatsoever, being part of any corporate company is a mistake. Corporate media is dead forever. Go independent, find your audience, respect them, and they will support you. That's the future. And I say that from experience. I have learned that if you can do special things. So obviously Tucker Carlson has a massive audience, arguably as big as Joe Rogan's, if not even bigger. Time will tell if that actually translates. It should, but he's the biggest guy there. And now he won't have any type of restrictions within reason. I mean, even Joe Rogan has some restrictions that he has to kind of abide by. We know that, but, so anyway, that's kind of the whole gist of that. And, so my whole point was like, I worked for a corporation, I work in retail, but still corporate company. In my job, in my retail job, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I was a high-ranking manager, but in reality, I was just a high-paid employee. I was just a fancy employee in a store because I had no power, no real power. I only had the power of the illusion that was given to me. So again, I'll give you a classic example. And I've talked about this many times, but we would have product that would sell extremely well in our store. And I would want to go, hey, well, I would love to build a display of this in a high traffic area. Considering we sell a lot of this product, I'm going to build a display of this product right here in this high traffic area. Well, guess what happens when corporate comes in there? Corporate's going to say, why is this shelf space full of this? And I'll be like, well, because it sells really well. And this is a high traffic location. So I figure we would take something that sells well and we'd put it in a high traffic area to sell more. And they're like, yeah, but we have a contract with this company. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't sell. And in order for me to maintain profits, I need to sell stuff. They're like, but you have to have this contract display here. So it's like dumb shit like that. That's like, well, I have no real power. I'm the boots on the ground. I'm the person in the store. I'm the one talking to the customers. I'm the one dealing with the locals. But because you guys made a corporate decision, I can't do anything. So then when the store isn't making profits, do you know who gets in trouble? Me, not the corporate people that put me in the position to where I couldn't make any decisions. That is the corporate world. The corporate world is trash. It's always going to be trash. They don't care about you. They never cared about you. So if you work for a corporation, understand, get what you need out of them and then move on when you can. Okay? That's it. Move on when you can. Get what you need to get out of them, but do not invest everything into them because eventually they will take you out too because the corporation will be ruined by someone else or whatever. You can never put all of your, stock into a place like that because eventually they're going to come for you too. That's the bottom line. Swig of water for the working man. Just Jenny says, dang, you're on late. I am on late. I am tired. I've been out and about all day, but I'm happy to be here. Tyler Harris says, since we can't say dude's name, he's the new, his new name is Dylan. I'm Vaney first, and hopefully his last name, and Tucker out of Fox. Well, time to Bud Light Fox. Shaking my head. I'm wondering if, I'm wondering if I'm noticing it now because it's out there, but everywhere I look, Bud Light is slam full every shelf, everywhere I go. Now, I don't normally pay attention to beer because I'm not a beer drinker, but yeah, I mean, it seems like it's full every single place. And so it's something crazy to think about. It's full everywhere. Everywhere. Let's see. Jay Hailstorm says, this is for gas or a razor. Also DMs. Thank you, man. I'll check. Fucking Hailstorm. Hailstorm's sending fucking super chats when he's literally right here.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey. Yeah, check DMs. Trump did an interview with
Newsmax. Yeah.
about Tucker Carlson. So
Okay. Thank you, Hailstorm.
and there's a little extra for you there too.
All right. Bye. Oh shit. All right, thank you, Hailstorm. And then Josh for 10 says, heard you worked at Food World in Panama City back in the day. Did as well in high school, worked at the Callaway when back in the 90s. Small world. Hail to the 199 and the snake pit. Bro, that's crazy. I don't want to name drop any of the store managers there, but like I guarantee you I could name names from Callaway that you would know, probably, especially some of the store managers. But I wouldn't want to name drop them on the internet like that. But yeah, it's crazy. And I had such a fun time working for Food World. I loved working for Food World. We had a lot of fun. Jeremy, you send super chats when you have their numbers. What? What are you talking about, Arcella? Jeremy, you send super chats when you have. Oh. He means I send super chats to people even when I have their phone numbers. Yeah, but that's still not the point. I still want to make fun of Hailstorm. Let me have this. I've had a long day. I'm tired. Let me have this. Thank you, Christopher, for letting me have this. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. Not Callaway Golf. Callaway, Florida. All these 199s in the chat. It's so good. Jeremy, stop wearing your cap or you're going to go bald. I will never go bald. It's never going to happen. Now, the internet is convinced I'm already bald, but I'm not. My facial hair is looking like Tom Hardy. Is that a compliment? I mean, Tom Hardy's a badass. Is that a compliment? I mean, I wouldn't think my facial hair would get compliments, but I don't know. I shaved a lot. Like I actually shaved it down and I only left this part to where it keeps growing. So I shaved all of that. Let's see. Look at that. That is badass. Derp Nader with the 199s. You love it. You got hat hair? Oh, I have curly hair. Bane, I was born in the darkness. I love The Dark Knight Rises. Let me see. Wait, what's this? Why do you hate the reaction boycott? What do you mean by that? I need to understand what you mean by that. Why do you hate the reaction boycott? I don't know what that means. You got to give me more substance there, and I can answer that question for you. Holly says it's a compliment, but a backhanded one. Okay, I'll take it. Even if it's a backhanded one. Arthur Brown, what's up, Arthur Brown? It pisses me off that the supermarket chain I work for pretends to care about ABOs. You need to go through trials and an initiation to where they're marking, but we have them on the back of our shirts. It's insulting to them. Yeah, well, let me just tell you, man, like none of these, if it's a corporate structured company, they don't care. There's family owned supermarkets and family owned retail stores that on an individual level, they could care. The corporation does not care about you. It doesn't matter how much they pretend. When I started working at Food World, I was 17 years old. By the time before I turned 19, I was a number 2 manager in the entire store. And I was the youngest co-manager, I believe, in the company, especially at least in the district. And so so I was like fucking gung-ho about all this. I was like, oh man, I'm just like, hang on, god dang it, gotta respond to this. I was all about like, hey, I love this company. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to become a manager. I'm going to, try and impress all the upper management. I worked off the clock. I did everything. I thought I was making really good money. But eventually the store closed and all my hard work meant absolutely nothing. I mean, that's just all it was, So, so my recommendation to anyone in that situation is work, do a good job, but just understand that you don't give them everything because they don't deserve it, All right. Just another cog in the machine. Yes. Jeremy's goal in retail was to get his picture on the employee of the month. Bro, I don't think we actually had that, but if we had it, I definitely would have been my goal because I would have felt like the coolest person ever. There's 800 people watching this stream. My eyes are bloodshot. I'm tired. I can barely even see to read the chat, but there's 800 people here. That's crazy to me. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, quick programming note: I'm in Las Vegas all week. We have our big meetup in a few days, and on Wednesday here in Las Vegas, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you. But my schedule is really kind of crazy. I drove from Orlando, Florida, all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada. You can do the math. It was well over a 30-hour drive. I did all the driving every fucking second. And in fact, we were in Albuquerque. And I had many of the Geeks and Gamers crew. The girls were very like, we need to stop. And I'm like, I don't need to stop. I want to drive the whole fucking thing. And the girls were like, oh, we gotta stop. So I pulled over. We, got everybody their hotel rooms and they slept and rested. I didn't sleep at all because I was too wired. So we get up the next day. I had no sleep. Back on the fucking grind, driving all the way because that's what men do. Jay did fart, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly, Bull Bear. Exactly. We got 5 more gifted memberships, D-Day Cobra memberships from Vic Whiplash. That is 10 gifted memberships on tonight's stream from Vic Whiplash. We got one from Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier. That is awesome. Thank you again so very much. In theory, yes, it is. But in reality, I am a phenomenal driver. I am as good of a driver as you will ever see on the road. I'm very aware of my surroundings. I never put myself in a situation that I can't handle. It doesn't mean that I'm not, oblivious to retarded drivers on the road because there's a lot of them. But I try my best I observe everything on the road. I watch my mirrors constantly. I'm always looking in my mirrors. I'm always looking at other people and seeing how they're driving and knowing if I need to, zoom past somebody really quick, keep my distance from them because they're swerving and they're not paying attention or they're texting on their phone. I do all of that stuff. I am very aware on the road, very aware. Let's see. Travis says my CDL is let's see. God damn it, where'd it go? My CDL is better than yours. I used to have a CDL. It's expired though, so I don't have a CDL license anymore. I have no need for it, but at one point in time, I did have a CDL license. Gary without glasses and X-Ray Girl are better drivers than Jeremy. Says Gung Ho Mac. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Let me see. Venom Kaitsu says late shift just popped on to use the clam emoji. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Screen Spider says the 199 sounds like a shadow collective. Thank you. Hey, we love the 199. Represent an online original. Arthur Brown says corn poop. Thank you, Arthur Brown. I appreciate it. Bro, speaking of Gary driving, we need him on the Mario Kart. Yes, I want to see that happen. So once things get settled down, definitely going to look into that, because having Gary drive on Mario Kart would be glorious. I'm not sure he'd even be able to see the screen, but hey, that's the best part of it. Especially if he streams it from his perspective. JD Kirby says the 199 Cobra crew. Thank you. Show Nuff says, what's up? What's up, Show Nuff? Thank you for joining us here on a very, very late CobraCast IRL. I am your host, D-Day Cobra. Gary is in Vegas. He got here today. I've not seen him. I should see him tomorrow because he'll be in studio with us for Tuesday night's main event. So that's awesome. Jeremy really wanted Beardo to get Walmart sunglasses. I got to say, no bullshit. Like, I tried Beardo's sunglasses on. They're really cool. I may have to get some Beardo sunglasses. They were really nice. I don't know if I'm getting those because they're so fucking expensive. But Luke H says, when I come over to the U.S. in June for mate's wedding, we'll be driving from Texas and Moab four-wheeling, then through Colorado back to Texas. American road trip is going to be epic. Well, that sounds awesome, Luke. And honestly, that's what it's all about for me. Like, road tripping is an experience, you know, like that's why I like driving. I like seeing the country. The United States of America is a beautiful place. Okay. It's a beautiful place. It's a wonderful place. And I like seeing the scenery. I like seeing all of the stuff out and about. And, it's an experience, man. And I've always enjoyed it. It's also therapeutic for me. It's very therapeutic for me. And it allows me to kind of zone out and just think about things and process things and, you know, get away from the online, you know, world for a bit and not look at Twitter all day long. Road tripping is important. And I think families should road trip at least once every few years. Go take a long family road trip. Don't overschedule it either. Scheduling a vacation defeats the point of a vacation. It's why, like Disney World, for instance. Disney World, it used to be a place I used to love to go to. Disney World now is about scheduling every second of your day. That's not a vacation. That sounds like a job. Like, scheduling, like what you need to do on a road trip is know where you're at and where you're going and let everything else just happen organically. And you're going to find yourself in so many places, seeing so many things, experiencing so many things, going into these different, convenience stores and corner stores and antique shops and all that. It's freaking great, man. Let's see. Now, as far as I want to get back to the topic at hand because I have kind of been rambling because I am tired. Back to Tucker Carlson, because that's ultimately the whole point of tonight's episode. And this will be a fairly quick CobraCast because I'm pretty tired. Back to the Tucker Carlson situation. Tucker Carlson is going to be just fine. But that's not the point. The point is that how he's been treated and what's been done to him should be a wake-up call to every single human being on the planet, especially in this country, that the corporate media, the corporate world, they are not your friends. They've never been your friends, and they're never going to be your friends. They hate you. They despise you. Tucker Carlson was the number one man in the business by a mile. It wasn't even close, and they fired him with little to no respect for him or his family's well-being. Not to say, obviously, he's going to be fine, but that's not the point. They treated him like shit, just like they treat anybody else that gets in their way, and it's bullshit. And did I see Hayden Wayne in the chat? Hayden Wayne, my boy. I got to meet Hayden today and it was awesome. It was a pleasure to meet Hayden, and super cool, man. Super cool meeting him. Awesome. Got to spend a few minutes with him while I let the crew go off and keep live streaming. I stayed back and talked to Hayden for a few minutes. It was great, man. So I'm so happy, Hayden. I'm so happy that I got to meet you, man. And I can't wait to see you on Wednesday. It's going to be great. I'm glad your girlfriend got here safe and sound. And yeah, man, just a super cool dude, man. Super cool, chill guy. That's the best part of it, is meeting all of you guys. Let's see. Luke H says, then 4 weeks after I get back, I'm going to Tasmania for 5 weeks solo camping, overlanding in my Land Cruiser, heading out into the wilderness. That sounds awesome, Luke. That sounds like a fucking great time. It really does. Hell yeah, man. Stuart Halversons. I'm road tripping with my kids starting in Texas to St. Louis, Nashville, Little Rock, Louisville with my kids in 2 months. Why can't I make Vegas? Hey, there you go, man. You should totally do that. It sounds great. Family road trip, just a perfectly wonderful time, man. Really is. And I know you and your family are going to have a lot of fun on that road trip. Travis Schiffer says, what Bon Jovi song are you going to have him sing? Oh, you talking about Gary? I would love to hear Gary sing Bad Medicine. I would love to hear Gary sing Bad Medicine. That would be perfect. Yeah, that would be perfect. So, living on a prayer is the obvious answer, but like Bad Medicine, I would love to hear Gary sing Bad Medicine. That would be great. That would be great. Oh man. So we'll see what happens. Him and Dan Bask have this bet that they're doing. And yeah. Peace says James O'Keefe and Tucker team up. I mean, I don't know if like obviously collabing would be perfect and that would be great for them. But they need to continue to build their own independent things, whatever that's going to be. Luke H has become a member of the Snake Pit. Thank you, Luke H. Side scrollers on Geeks and Gamers on Wednesday, says Bro Buffett. That's the plan. I need to talk to Craig. But yeah, the plan is he'll be side scrollers will be on Geeks and Gamers on Wednesday. So let's see. No, Gabe says, Jeremy, look up Tucker's text about bashing Trump behind the scenes the whole time. I'm aware of that. That's why I said today when the whole idea about Tucker Carlson being his potential running mate or something like that, I was like, I don't think Tucker likes Trump. Like, I don't think he likes him like that. I don't think they're that cool. Like, obviously, I know Tucker's had him on the show and he's defended him a lot, but I don't think Tucker Carlson likes Trump. I don't. That's just speculation, but obviously we heard the behind the scenes conversations that Tucker was having about Trump. I don't think he likes him. So that's why I don't see that being an option. I don't see that being an option. At the end of the day, I with this news with Tucker Carlson, what's happened, I mean, it does make me think that Trump's fights just got that much harder now, man. It's just that much harder because while I don't think Tucker personally likes Trump. He's done right by Trump publicly in terms of reporting and everything like that and being as kind of objective as possible, which is all you can ask for. I think this, man, that Trump's path just got a lot harder with the firing of Tucker Carlson. A lot harder. That's a bad thing. That's a really bad thing. Arthur Brown says, just got back from a 10-day camping trip Outback, Australia. No internet access. It was great. Saw a massive shooting star. It was so big, I thought it was a plane crash landing. Found some gems too. That's what it's all about, man. We often, and again, I'm just as guilty of this as anybody else. But, we live in this world where we're so bogged down by social media and all of that. And what we don't understand is like, I think it was it Elon Musk that said this? Elon Musk said something to the effect of like, all day you're literally hearing the worst news possible from wherever in the world. Like you're getting the worst news imaginable all the time. that's gonna take a fucking toll on you mentally, no matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. If you hear nothing but the worst news imaginable from every respective area on the planet all day long, which is what we get. That's all we get is the worst news imaginable. We have never in history dealt with this before. Everything was isolated for as long as as long as time's been here. Everything was always isolated. And if something was really bad, then you would hear about it, but it was few and far between. Now we literally just get the worst news possible from every place in the world now. You know what I mean? And that's not good for like your mental capacity. So taking time away, taking a break from the internet, getting, family time in, all of that, massively important. So it really, really is. Let's see here. Orange Rage, is that right? Orange Rage says for $19.99. Hail Snake Pit and Jeremy. When I first heard about Tucker and Don Lemon stories, my first thought was media must be trying to hide more info coming out from IRS leaker from the Hunter Biden crimes. Also, when is the next Arizona meetup? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, I think that there's more to the story with Tucker and Don Lemon being fired. I think there's something more going on. What? Don't know yet. But as you heard today, I guess the Georgia DA is saying that they're going to be making a decision on charges against Trump in the summer. Wow. How convenient. How convenient that you're going to have more charges to talk about Trump in the summer. How convenient. Because we all know what that's about. But yeah, I mean, the Hunter stuff is so disgusting. In terms of the Arizona meetup, right now, I mean, I've got to figure out Orlando. And again, as I said, I don't tell you guys this. Look, not a single person should feel sorry for me. I am the luckiest person on the planet to be able to do what I do. To be able to turn a camera on and talk to people at, 3:30 Eastern time right now. The fact that there's anybody watching me is a miracle. So when I say what I'm about to say, I just want to preface it by saying it's not to say feel sorry for me or send me money or any of that shit. It's really not. It's just a reality of the situation. The way that we do things is that we don't charge for these meetups, and it is becoming enormously expensive to pull these things off with the amount of people that are there. And I know I've heard from you guys. I know a lot of you have said, charge us $10, charge us $20, whatever you got to do to pay for the venue. We may have to get to a point where we do that in order to actually make it happen. But like the Orlando meetup last year, it took a lot of money, a lot of resources. This one has taken just as much money because of the way I traveled, but we've done good. You've with streams and stuff like that, but it's a lot to get my team from here, from Orlando to here or here to Arizona, for me to take time away from, the daily upload, the daily grind, all of those things. As I said earlier, I'm not a businessman. I'm just a guy who's, got a great crew of people that hang out with me and we make content and things like that. But as this thing gets bigger and bigger, and it is getting bigger, there is so much money going places right now for me with Geeks and Gamers that I can barely keep my head on straight. And that's a lot of it's because I've created so much stuff. I've got so many YouTube channels. I've got so much payroll going out. I've got so much shit happening, not to mention Orlando and everything we're paying for down there. So it is a ton to try to get more than one meetup a year. That's my long version of saying that I want to do more meetups. They're just they're a logistical nightmare and a financial nightmare for me to kind of put them all together, if that makes sense. But with that said, thank you, all of you, for allowing me to have the opportunity to do this. I appreciate it. Let's see. Kimberly just gifted 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. And then Vic Whiplash dropped another 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. That is 22 total on the night. Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate that. The 199s they're just showing up and showing out. We got Stuart Hamilton member message. Hail Jeremy in chat. Fox was lucky to have Tucker. Oh, 100% they were lucky. And they've really they're destroyed their business with this news. The Grizzly, hey man, glad to see you in Vegas. I almost went in December, but came down with a terrible fever, so I had to cancel. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Obviously that was in December, so I'm sure you're feeling better now, but I hate that happened, man. But blessing in the skies, maybe it kept you from losing a bunch of money. I don't know what your plan coming to Vegas was, but maybe it saved you from that. Let's see. And take the Cobra pill, smash the like button, says the Lost Tales. That's actually pretty good. The Wayfarer says, hail, answer the call. Your country needs you. Dial 199 Snake Pit. All right, that's good. That's good. I like that one. I wish the member message were able to highlight. We can't highlight member messages on Streamlabs. We can highlight everything but member messages. It's frustrating, but that's a really good one. Thank you. Let's see. You think Gutfeld is going to be around much longer? Man, it's so hard to speculate as to why this thing happened. I think the most level-headed reason for Tucker Carlson's firing is the Dominion stuff. I think that's the most level-headed reasoning behind it. Maybe there was an agreement that they had to get rid of him based on that lawsuit. I have no idea. That's the most level-headed take. I don't necessarily say I believe it, but it's the one that at least makes the most sense. I don't know why they would fire him. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all why they would fire this man. I don't get it. January 6th is another one, but I mean, again, man, like, I don't know, man. It's just nothing about this thing makes sense. I think something else could be going on as well. And so I can't say like I know a lot about Greg Gutfeld, because I don't. I mean, I've seen him here and there, but I don't know a lot about him. Lost Tales says, I automatically went to that in the Discord today. There's no way Dominion would settle for less unless they struck a deal. Yeah, it's what it seems like, man. It's what it seems like. All right, so I have to get up very early and do a Geeks and Gamers daily live stream tomorrow. So I'm going to have to wrap this up. I told you guys we're going to go for like an hour. So I have to get up early to do Geeks and Gamers daily. Then we have Friday Night Tights. And then we have something else going on tomorrow too. So with that said, I won't make a definitive promise. What I will say is I will try my best to do some type of live stream tomorrow. It won't be your typical CobraCast live stream, but if I can do some type of D-Day Cobra live stream where running around with the phone, streaming, something from that perspective, I will do my best to make that happen. But no promises, because my day is kind of crazy. And so I got a couple super chats, so let me check those out. And let's see. In Renal MD, I never know how to say that one, but thank you for $5. Watch Tucker's last episode. It's a clue into what they feared: anti-war and attack on COVID lockdowns and vaccines. I mean, bad times ahead. As I said, there's something. There's going to be something for the election. They're going to have a new COVID. I don't know what that's going to be, but there's going to be something. And they are terrified of Trump. They're terrified of him. The Grizzly says, I think Styx had a great take on in his video this morning. Word is Rupert Murdoch was directly involved. This was a shot at Trump and the rest of the anchors at Fox to drop their support of 24. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. Yeah, Trump is the most terrifying individual on the planet for them. And there's a reason why. There's a reason why. We know exactly why. Because Trump scares them, terrifies them. Let me see. All right. It looks like, I guess. All right, we do have a beard of shame. So shout out to Jay Hailstorm. Looks like we do have a beard of shame after all. So all right. So the beard of shame will happen tonight. So give me a minute. I'm gonna end up having to share my inbox. So you're gonna see my inbox, but I'll just make sure there ain't nothing in my inbox. Who cares what I talk about? There's nothing there. There's nothing juicy in my inbox on Twitter. But so we do have a beard of shame. Let me make sure we are caught up. Larry says free speech is very expensive, i.e. Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson. Yes, sir. The John Beck, my guess is January 6th, they cut his sharing of footage short. Yeah. And that was a big problem for them. All right, let's see here. Beard of shame time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. CobraCast IRL is proud to present to you tonight's Beard of Shame Award. And the winner is, and shout out to Jay Hailstorm for this, by the way. Shout out to Jay Hailstorm for this. But here we go.
Yeah. Fuck you. Elizabeth. Heartfelt.
So there's your CobraCast right there. Oh man. Oh fucking hell, man. So there's the view. He basically did a sizzle reel of some previous ones. But yeah, you gotta love it. So shout out to Jay Hailstorm for the Beard of Shame Award tonight. Thank you to him. And thank you to everybody for tuning in. I apologize if this was more of a Jeb Bush version, a low energy CobraCast. I am really tired, but I promised you guys and we had to do it. So be on the lookout tomorrow. Mini live streams. Keys and Gamers Daily is happening tomorrow. Tuesday night's main event from the Salty Nerd Podcast Studios here in Las Vegas is happening. And then, of course, more will be happening as the day allows it. So thank you guys so much. Yes, please clap. Please clap. This was my Jeb Bush. Stream. So please clap. But I thank you all so much for allowing me the wonderful, wonderful opportunity to talk with all of you. I love you all. Snake Pit, the 199. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Be safe. Spend some time with your family. Get off Twitter for a little while. Take a hike. Go for a walk. Go fishing. Just check out the world and just put down Twitter for a little while. Spend time with the fam. That's what it's all about. So thank you guys. Have a great night, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.